Okay, so I want to just make sure that we understand the difference between opposites and absolute value. Because over the years teaching this, it seems that there is often a confusion between opposites and absolute value. And in my opinion, the best thing to do is to teach things in the same context so you can identify the differences, so it's clear what you're doing. So let's look at the opposites. The opposites are exactly that. They are the same digit, but on the opposite side of the number line, as I said in the previous video. So the opposite of 3 is -3. Notice, same digit, different sign, okay? Because this would be plus, +3. This would be -3. Okay, so in that same thought, the opposite of -3 is 3, okay, or +3. You see, same digit, okay, different sign, opposite sign, opposite sign. So the opposite of 4 is -4. The opposite of +1/8 is -1/8. Notice it holds true for fractions also. The opposite of -0.6 is +0.6, okay? And even numbers like 4,325. The opposite of 4,325 is -4,325, okay? And if I would add these together, all of these opposites, no matter what they are, fractions, decimals, big numbers, little numbers, they're going to equal 0. They're always going to equal 0. So the opposites together, if I add the opposites together, they equal 0. And just a little display on why. Let's take the first one. If I am at let's see, and I go to 3. I'm taking the first one. So I go 1, 2, 3, okay? So I'm going 1, 2, 3. And then I add -3. Well, now I'm going in the negative direction. 1, 2, 3. I'm back at 0. Forward 3, back 3. So you can see what that looks like on the number line. Okay, so in your head, you need to remember that opposites mean the signs are opposite. Okay? Now, absolute value is different. It is always positive. Always positive. Always. There's never a time when it's not. So let's look. So the absolute value of 6 is 6. The absolute value of -4 is 4. The absolute value of -1/8 is 1/8. Absolute value of 1/8 is 1/8. You see, they're exactly the same because -1/8 and +1/8 are the same distance from 0 in different directions. Okay, so this is the absolute value is the distance from 0. If I stand on 0, how far am I walking in either direction? So distance from 0, okay? And the sign does not make a difference. The answer is always positive. Now I want you to look down here because this takes it a little bit of a different step. If I have 4 negatives and 3 negatives and I add them together, okay, that the answer to that is -7. If I add 4 and 3, I'm getting +7, okay? So the absolute value of both those problems is 7. That means that the absolute value of -4 plus -3 is equal to the absolute value of 4 plus 3. Okay, so the absolute value is always positive. It's the absolute. It's absolutely how far I'm walking from 0. It's absolute and always positive. The opposite, on the other hand, is the opposite sign. Same digit, different sign. Okay, so it's really important that you kind of somehow file that in your brain, that opposites are the same digit but different, but opposite signs. And the absolute value is, it doesn't make any difference what the sign is. The absolute value is when you're standing on 0, in what direction are you, how far are you walking? It doesn't make any difference what direction I'm going. If I'm going to -3, I'm walking 3 steps to the left. If I'm going +3, I'm going 3 steps to the right. Doesn't make any difference. It's how many steps I take away from 0. Okay, good deal. This should all be in your notes, in your notebook. And now you're going to go to forms and you're going to check if you understand this. If not, you need to make sure that you get to me in class. Thank you.